Welcome back everyone! In today's video, we'll be discussing how to calculate the measurements that we've got from the previous video. This step is fundamental for the pattern drafting. But make sure you watch the previous video before continue watching this video. But before we dive into our topic now, let's quickly review the measurements we might have missed in the previous video. The first measurement we need to remeasure is the armhole. To measure the armhole, simply place the measuring tape at the top of your shoulder and bring it down to the point where your arm meets your torso. Make sure the tape is snug but not too tight, or add about 2 fingers inside the armhole. Next, we have the back width. Measure the back width from the right to the left arm joint, approximately 5 cm from the end of the back neck. Lastly, we have the chest line. Measure the chest line from the right to the left arm joint to approximately 5 cm from the front end of the neck. Now that we have all these measurements, let's proceed to organize them. We'll be dividing them into 2 parts, the front bodice and the back bodice. Let's start with the bust measurement. Divide the bust measurement by 4 and note down the result for the back bodice. For the front bodice, add 1 to the result. As an example, my mini mannequin's bust measurement was 46 cm. Dividing it by 4 gives us 11.5 cm for the back bodice. Adding 1 gives us 12.5 cm for the front bodice. Moving on to the back length, divide it by 2. Take note of this result as BL1. Then divide BL1 by 2 again and note down the new result as BL2. For instance, my BL measurement was 18 cm. Dividing it by 2 gives us 6 cm for BL1 and 3 cm for BL2. Next, let's calculate the back width. Divide the back width measurement by 2. As an example, my back width measurement was 17 cm. Dividing it by 2 gives us 8.5 cm. Moving on to the chest line. Divide CL by 2. For example, my CL measurement was 18 cm. Dividing it by 2 gives us 9 cm. Now, let's consider the shoulder measurement. For the shoulder, there's no need to calculate with any numbers. Write it down as you get before. Next, let's focus on the neck measurement. Divide the neck by 6 and add 1 to the result for the front bodice. For the back bodice, use the result of n divided by 6. For instance, my end measurement was 23 cm. Dividing it by 6 gives us approximately 3.83 cm for the back bodice. Adding 1 to this gives us 4.83 cm for the front bodice. Moving on to the armhole. Divide the armhole measurement by 2 and subtract 3 from the result. For example, my armhole measurement is 20 cm. Dividing it by 2 gives us 10 cm. And subtracting 3 from that gives us 7 cm. For the sleeve length, simply note down the desired length. And I want a long sleeve for my mini mannequin, so I got 20 cm for the sleeves length. Now, let's discuss the wrist length. To measure the wrist length, Place the tape around your wrist at your desired length. My measurement for the wrist length was 11 cm. Divided by 2, it gives us 5.5 cm. Now, moving on to the waist. Divide the waist measurement by 4. For example, my waist measurement was 35 cm. Dividing it by 4 gives us 8.75 cm for the front bodice. For the back bodice, subtract 1 from this result, giving us 7.75 cm. Next, we have the thigh length. Simply note down the measurement you obtained for the thigh length. Lastly, let's consider the hips. Divide the edge by 4 for the front bodice. For the back bodice, subtract 1 from this result. For example, my hips was 49 cm. Dividing it by 4 gives us 12.25 cm for the front bodice. Subtracting 1 from this result gives us 11.25 cm for the back bodice. Make sure to double check all these measurements to avoid any errors. In the next video, we'll be using these measurements to draft a pattern. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.